We got him. See, here's how it goes. Joe's the prankster in our band. He likes to mess with everybody all the time. So, well, the first tour we did with the Status, we started in Houston. So we had to drive from Bradenton up to Houston. It's like a 14-hour drive, and the whole time.
Danny, come down. He was making a gesture off camera.
Oh, Danny.
He's part of this. Yeah, come on down.
This is
part of you right here. We deserve a little storytelling right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Grant of the Status.
And both of our bands have really become like a family like the last couple of months. So what happens is Joe, in this whole 14-hour drive, is telling everybody in my van, he's just like, man, what are we going to do? How are we going to start the pranks? It's going to be so crazy. I'm going to get him. I'm going to do this to him. I'm going to do that to him. We're like, right. Second day of the tour, Danny comes up to me and goes, and he has that BC powder, like the headache stuff, and he's like, hey man, he's like, you like to party? And I was like, what? What do you mean? And he's like, and I was like, not really, dude. Like, I had no idea, because everybody's like straight edge dudes around, and he got me. I thought he was on cocaine, and I said, you know what, you need to go do that to Joe because he has full plans of punking you out. So Danny goes up to him and he's like, hey man, he's like, Andy found I do cocaine. Andy found it in my bag. He said he's gonna tell everybody if I don't get rid of it right now. So I told him I threw it out, but it's expensive. I don't want to. Can you take it to Joe?
I was trying to get him to stash it in the RV.
Yeah.
See how good of a friend he was.
Right. And he said he couldn't take it, but he never told one of us that it happened. And it went on for 4 days of him not telling him, and he's just trying to be like a good friend, like, hey man, how you doing today? It's like, did you do it last night? He's like, nah, maybe it's all gone.
I was acting like super sketchy, but I felt terrible on the inside because I'm like, this guy's like, trying to help a good friend out and like seeing if, oh, what can I do for you today? Like, or how you feeling today? And I just felt terrible. And for the 4 days that we were tricking him, like eventually these guys found out that I was tricking him, and every day I would go up to Billy and be like, Billy, please let me tell Joe that it's just a joke today because I'm starting to feel so bad about it. It was terrible.
And well, here's how Andy, come here. Andy needs to come here. Andy, come here. Andy Status decides, Adam, come here too. We're Adam in here. Everyone's been loading out the last couple of minutes. So Adam plays bass in our band, and Andy plays guitar in the Status, and Andy stages a fight as we're leaving a show, I think Blairsville, Pennsylvania, and you just see like a bag get thrown, and Andy starts screaming, and Danny gets out, and Andy's pushing him and yelling and swearing, and everybody that's on the tour is running up there like, what's going on? And I don't know.
Basically, they were trying to make it look like they were kicking me out of the band because they found out I was like on crazy drugs.
And that was a fist fight.
A joke for Joe.
And then right at the end of it, Andy just stops and turns around and looks right at Joe, and he's like, got him! And everybody just starts laughing, and he's like, what? It's for the last like 4 days. He thought he had a friend that was abusing cocaine, and he was trying to be a good guy. So
we win.
Right.
Status wins.
Right. He had it out for them and didn't win. Still hasn't.
Tour's not over though, so.
It's not.
Knock on wood.
You can't top that. Yeah, that was a pretty bad one.
They do it because they love you.
I'm sure.
So I don't know. I don't even know where we can go from that. Like that was just like such a high of like hilarity.
That was the biggest prank that's ever happened. But Adam does pranks to me constantly. I mean, every time something goes quiet, or someone, if there's no one talking, I know I'm about to get hit in the side of the head with something, or I'm gonna turn around, there's gonna be a butt in my face, like all the time.
Normal ritual.
That's
the time I pulled that Sunoco incident. And
no, we had a horrible incident happen in right outside Spencerport, New York, like a week ago. For some reason, we're parked next to the Status, like at pumps, and the fire extinguishers go off, and just fill. It looks like a rocket ship taking off. And sure enough, Adam is asleep inside the RV and wakes up, and none of us are in there. We're all inside the gas station watching the fire extinguishers going off, like, oh my God, look at that. And he comes out, it looks like, World War III is happening, like something blew up. He's screaming.
The abominable snowman.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this one guy was walking around he was cleaning his car, ironically, when it went off. And he still had the squeegee in his hand when the smoke cleared. Yeah, it's
covered from head to toe in powder.
Yeah, and then
first guy I run into when I get out of the van.
Right.
Like, what's going on? He's like, got his squeegee, like. It's like, oh, great.
The Status's doors were open when it went off, so their van got filled with like an inch worth of soot. So this has been like the best of tours and the worst of tours, you know, like together.
Should do a documentary.
Right?
Should have had like a camera every day, like.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I think we just got one more question here. So I guess this is something I don't ask a lot, probably because it's very embarrassing. But who's had the worst screw up on stage?
The worst screw up?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen his guitar fall straight off of him before, and hit the ground, and like the
Yeah,
broke.
a really big show.
Huge show, like 2,000 people were there. Hometown show.
I'm just standing there. Like,
And just, but I remember just hearing bang and like looking to my right, and I'm playing, and I'm just like, how did that happen? Like,
the strap lock broke and that was it.
yeah.
We were playing Ernie Ball at Warped Tour one year,
Oh.
and it just got done raining. I decided to wear my Chucks that were like 8 years old, and they have no tread left on the bottoms of them. So I decided to do this really cool like pump jump at one of our breaks, and when I land, I just immediately both legs go up in the air, and I lay straight out in the air and fall on my back. In front of everybody at Warped Tour. Yeah, I finished the song on my back at least, but
I've done
show must go on.
I've done a mistake a couple times where this has happened, where I can't hear my guitar on stage, just because sometimes you get to small clubs that like don't know what to do. In this place, it's like great, but you know, I can't hear it back in the monitors, so I forgot to tune my guitar a couple times between songs, and I'm playing the song in the wrong tuning. And then by the time I look over at Adam, and Adam's looking at me making a face like I figure out something's wrong, and then I kick my pedal and try to tune it. But yeah, I've unfortunately done that a few times.
Because I'm sure everybody at the place is like, he's in the wrong key.
Yeah, it just sounded horrible. I'm sure.
All right, so before we conclude this interview, I'd say, guys, why don't you plug yourself, tell the people where to go, where to listen, where to buy other stuff for you guys to help support you. Obviously, because you're unsigned, more than anything else, it helped you out so much more than anything else. So go ahead.
But yeah, you can check us out on myspace.com/theprospectfl. You can look us up on Facebook. You can get to us on Pure Volume. If you go to wearetheprospect.com, that'll take you to all of them. And you can also buy our merchandise on Napster, Rhapsody, iTunes, Amazon.com. You can buy us in Hot Topic in Florida's, or you can buy us on Shockhound.com. Or you can go to audiblediversiongroup.com/theprospect and get our t-shirts and stickers and buttons and things like that.
Well, there you go. That about wraps it up. This is Christian here with Joe, Billy, Jake, and Adam of The Prospect. This has been Breaking the Mold. Check it out, www.breakingthemold.tv. I'm going to send it back to the studio.